Here's problem 320. A fast duck is flying at 20 I plus 40 J miles per hour at the same altitude as a slow airplane flying with a velocity of negative 80 I plus 40 J miles per hour. How fast and in what direction is the duck moving relative to the airplane? So we have an event, which is the duck flying, and that event is 20 I plus 40 J miles per hour. And we have a relative velocity between our two frames of reference, which is the velocity of the airplane, negative 80 I plus 40 J miles per hour. To transform the event to the moving frame, we would have that the moving event, or the event as seen in the moving frame, will equal the event in the rest frame minus the relative velocity between the two frames. That'll give us a relative aspect to the event. So in this case, that's going to be 20 I plus 40 J minus our relative velocity between the two frames, negative 80 I plus 40 J. 40 J minus 40 J is going to give us 0. And 20 I minus 80 I will give us 100 I. So relative to the airplane, the duck is flying in the x direction at a speed of 100 miles per hour. We can imagine that if we had a duck flying in one direction and we had an airplane flying in the other direction, all things being equal in the y direction, that if the duck is going 20 I in one direction and the airplane is going 80 I in the opposite direction, in the negative I direction, the relative velocity between the two is going to be 100 I. So the duck is going to appear like it's going 100 miles per hour in the opposite direction to the person in the airplane. But this is how we proved it mathematically, by doing a transformation from one frame to the other.